memory, reverse assist, all the points and upgrades. One more Elantra variant that is to come. Welcome to CarSceneKorea. I am DK Kim, your source for the latest Genesis, Hyundai, and Kia cars straight from Korea. And the car I have behind me today finally is the 2027 Hyundai All-New Elantra Hybrid. And I am at a tech day where Hyundai researchers and developers came all down together who were behind all this from inside out, bottom up. I mean, just look at this gutted chassis. The car, from everything you see here, is the reinforcements and upgrades that's been made. I gave you the world premiere. I gave you the walk around interior, exterior review. Feel free to go check out that video if you want to know all about it. But once again, here I am at a tech day where they went over all the details about this all-new Elantra, the stories behind all this. If you want to get all that full story, I have it on my membership video. So once again, for detailed interior and exterior review, please go watch my previous video. I spent hours and came up with multiple videos of this Elantra. As for the design, there's not that much of a difference when it comes to the exterior because Hyundai doesn't really do that no more nowadays. There is nothing else but Avante, which is the domestic name, whereas it is called Elantra for the rest of the world. There is no hybrid badge, nothing. Maybe perhaps the only difference you could possibly find is different wheel design that is hybrid exclusive, which is not found on this one, by the way, because that one is going to be for the 17-inch, which Hyundai also worked on to maximize the efficiency to get every single digit possible to increase the better MPG. They even worked on the air holes and vents, surface percentage of the wheel, because every single one of those components do get added up, which yields 10% increased MPG over the predecessor. The number is not yet specified because it's not finalized, but Hyundai officially announced that it is to be better by 10%. And finally, getting to see this white version in person because we did not have this car back in Busan. But as much as I just want to give you the numbers on this video, I mean, I can't help myself. Look at this light. This is not a brake light though. As you just saw, it works as a blinker, and also when you apply the foot brakes, that middle portion is gonna get lit up. Hyundai has gone bananas with this design. They call it Bumperless Diffuser. So there is literally no rear bumper. I mean, that's the trunk, right? Whatever is underneath the trunk is the rear bumper, but hello, gigantic rear diffuser sticking out. Look at that, color matched together with rest of the bumpers, and this diffuser is finished in white color. Also really important is the bottom of the car, something that I was not able to show you last time. As we can see, there is multi-link on the rear because of the car being a hybrid, whereas it is torsion beam for the regular internal combustion engine models 2.0 NA engine. Hyundai has said that they have gone with the current two engine variations in order to meet the latest regulations around the globe. The more choices, the better, I guess. However, if that 2.0 naturally aspirated engine and this 1.6 hybrid is not enough for you, just wait for one more Elantra variant that is to come, the sportier and wider Elantra, which has been announced by the very chief designer of Hyundai.
와이드한 팬더를 더 와이드하게, 스포티함을 더 스포티하게.
So we are going to get and see even wider rear fendered Elantra. If you know, you know. Of course, the Elantra N. Oh boy, I thought I've seen enough of the rear over fender, but it's even more pronounced with this white color. I mean, the white exterior is the most sought after color here in Korea after black and gray, I guess. It could possibly be my Korean thing kicking in, but boy, just look at that. Look at the paint job and color that they have done. Look at that. That is my favorite design of Elantra, hands down. And I know you guys want to take a look at the interior, but I have a lot of B-rolls of that and it's nearly impossible for me to get in right now, so please refer to that. Literally the walls of what's put underneath. So body in white, so you can see those numbers, which has been upgraded from the predecessor. I'll give you the direct translation on the screen right now and see for yourself literally where the upgrades and reinforcements has been made. This is just absurd. Look at all the points and upgrades that Hyundai has gone over together with this Elantra. And my personal favorite one, look at this. Look at this wide body and the fender. It's only gonna get wider with the introduction of the Elantra N. Fingers crossed. I am so waiting on it. I know I'm not alone. This is gonna be the donor car for the Elantra N to come, so my hopes are very high. More details can be found on this wall. All of these numbers, I will give you a direct translation on the screen. And also, if you wanna know everything about it and wanna hear it straight from the researchers and developers behind this Elantra, I have the full video on the channel as my membership video, so feel free to go check it out. And first time ever, Hyundai has implemented this P emergency brake as long as you're holding or pressing down on that P button. You can get the same job done with the EPB, but that is located on the bottom left to the driver. So that is the secondary aid, if you will. And there is also PMSA, not the first time we've seen. So it is going to prevent you from unintended acceleration. So the car will let you know that you are pressing on a wrong pedal. First ever on Hyundai cars is now NSCC 2, Navigation Smart Cruise Control 2. Simply put, you can now use the HDA on city roads too. It also works on the speed bumps, roundabouts, and intersections even. So this is something that I really am curious to find out how it's going to drive in real life. And by few weeks, Hyundai Elantra is the second car to have this feature after Grandeur, which is MRA, Memory Reverse Assist. You can reverse the car to the exact way you came in so long as you were driving under certain low speeds, and the car does memorize up to 50 centimeters. That is going to come in super handy from time to time. And now here, this is the wall of hybrid improvements. All of these come to play to lower every single digit of the CD, which has been lowered down to 0.26 CD coefficient of drag from the 0.28 of the predecessor. And thanks to the 17-inch newly designed wheel, minimize the wheel opening by 8% in order to achieve lower CD. And active air flap, we know that the duct air guard is now more tight and sealed, the front wheel deflector, and also the full undercover of the engine bay. You might say that these are marginal, but add all these up, that's what we get, 0.26. We know that number is super low for internal combustion engine. That doesn't stop. They also integrated the 4th generation smart intake, IECC2. So you can see there's so many techs behind this Elantra. There are so much more than what meets the eye. Car is now also faster compared to the predecessor. 0 to 100 from 10.3 to 9.7, and that is 5.8% increase enhancement. And that number does actually matter when you're talking about the 10-second car. From 80 to 120 kilometers per hour, 7.5 seconds, down to 6.5, which has been decreased by 16.7%. And the top speed, 187. So overall, most importantly, the fuel economy has gotten better by 10% based on the 17-inch hybrid exclusive wheel. Second generation hybrid 6-speed DCT components in reverse gear has now been deleted thanks to the motor helping with the reverse. And this ball bearing has been refined to get better MPG together with the dual clutch. That is the whole essence of this DCT in order to enhance the heat and friction. So this is the hybrid wheel that I've been talking about, 17-inch wheel. You can see very marginal opening in this wheel. It almost feels like that kind of shield wheel that we've been seeing in EVs, right? So that is the good old 18-inch wheel and 16-inch wheel. Next up is RNH, ride and handling. One of the most important categories when it comes to any cars, of course, right? Such as the strut ring that we've seen for the first time with the last Elantra N, what responds to the different frequencies. So one on the left is the high frequency of 10 Hertz, whereas it also responds to the low frequency, such as 1 to 2 Hertz, as you can see. It is composed of the variable valve, allowing different flow, therefore providing the most adequate ride for the car. However, this is what we see just on the paper and numbers, right? I really can't wait to find out what it is like when you actually drive this car in person, which I will do in less than a month. Tunnel stay, which enforces the chassis, and there's this hydro bushing for this Elantra. NVH, noise, vibration, and harshness, which has a lot to do with the overall experience as you drive the vehicle, using the noise absorbing tires and also the upgraded bushing in order to give you the best ride there is. Hyundai has all the data and numbers for all of this. They also have greatly increased the lateral movement, as you can see, which will be converted into the driving and cornering ability of the car. And miscellaneous things you might say, however, it certainly does have a play with the NVH, mesh type deflector, and the dual acoustic laminated glasses on the windshield and first rows. It's only single glass on the second row, but it is super quiet with the Elantra. Rubber sealing has been upgraded with the side mirror folding parts, and there's another one with the door window sealing in belt joint. I honestly don't know what that is, but you can find it at the end of the pillar, it says. And it's my second, third, fourth time seeing this car in person, right? Trust me, this car looks so much better in person than on videos, because there are a lot of straight lines here and there and a lot of attention to details with the design as you've been seeing. Not many cars make it to the 8th generation. However, this Elantra certainly has done very that.